My husband said he wasn't happy, so I begged him to try harder. Then he lovebombed me during his boys' trip, calling constantly saying he missed me, but when he came back he still wanted to separate, and now everyone's telling me he was cheating the whole time. Posted by you/fancy parson of 3415. Don't really know the point of this post, no advice needed, just a space to say what happened before I start telling my children and family. About 3 weeks ago, my husband and I had a long talk where he said he wasn't happy in our relationship. He didn't give me a specific reason, just that he was not happy. I asked him to put more effort in and see how we both feel after a holiday he was taking with his friends. Well, during the holiday, he rang me all day every day, sent messages constantly, told me he loved me at the end of every conversation. It was so good having him be like that again. Today, after a few things happening that I wasn't happy about, I asked him how he was feeling, and he said he hasn't been happy for months, and that he wanted to separate. I asked him to do couples therapy, he said no. I asked if he was 100% sure this is what he wanted, he said yes. The conversation was a couple of hours long, but that's the gist of it. He says he loves me, but he's not happy when he comes home. I said, you realize that you're not happy with dinner on the table every night, a clean house, and a family that love you. I do 100% of the housework and pay half the bills. We've been together 17 years. This hurt so badly. How can he decide that he just doesn't want to be here anymore? We have 2 children. I asked him when he started feeling like this. He said it was before September. I had no clue at all. But you know what was happening at that time? My mother was dying of cancer. So I didn't pay as much attention to the relationship. I'm glad my mother didn't live to see this. She thought the world of him and she was so sure he'd never do this. I can't believe this is happening. I can't afford the house by myself, even with child support payments. I'll probably have to move in with my 70-year-old dad once my rent contract is up. He'll not be happy about me and 2 teenagers uprooting his life. But I know I can rely on him. I am so angry. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, yes, I put more effort in while he was on holiday. We spoke constantly and he said I love you in every conversation, as did I. When Mom passed, my mental health was all over the place. She was sick for a long time and it took me a while to get back to normal. But once I realized I had been like that, I tried to give him more attention. His parents were on a long holiday with us. They stayed for 4 months, which I think must have strained the relationship too. Although I loved them to bits and was happy to have them in my house. One night, I picked my husband up from work and brought him to an Airbnb for the night, just to spend time together. That's putting effort in, right? I was looking through my WhatsApp chat with him and we've exchanged I love you every day, several times a day for the past couple of weeks, including today. We've been intimate through all of this too. I was blindsided. Commenter 2, I can almost bet that he is cheating. And why are you paying half the bills and doing all the housework? Ops response, he's not cheating. Not his style. I asked him if he met someone else. He said no. I've never doubted his loyalty. I work less hours, usually 2 to 3 days a week. He works between 50 to 60 hours a week. It made sense for me to do the housework and cooking. Commenter 3, you should consider working full-time. Maybe you can afford rent with a job, alimony, and child support. Ops response, no alimony where I am. I will be looking at getting a better job. I work less hours in the winter, more in the summer, so my pay will go up a bit anyway. I hope I can make it work with child support. Commenter 4, he said he is unhappy and your response was to tell him to put more effort in. Okay. Do you hear how that sounds? Where do your efforts fit into this? How's your intimate life? I noticed you didn't mention anything about that. If you had to guess, what part of your marriage is making him unhappy? Ops response, I didn't mention our intimate life because it was fine. We had made love last Friday, and again on Sunday. But usually about twice a week for years. I worded it wrongly. I told him that we should both put more effort in. I also put more effort in. He hasn't been putting effort in this year at all. I asked him how can anyone possibly be happy in a relationship that they don't put any effort into. I asked him out to lunch on Monday. He said he has no money, but let's go for coffee later, which didn't happen. I asked him out for lunch on Tuesday and said I'd pay. Again he said no, and again said about going out for coffee, which again didn't happen. Commenter 5, he was love bombing you during that trip. That's guilt. Is it possible he wasn't with whom he was saying he was? I wouldn't be surprised. Ops response, he was with who he said he was. There was a group of 5 men. When we video chatted I saw them and said hi etc. Ducks are in a row anyway. We never mixed finances and when we last moved house, I took care of everything so it's all in my name. Only thing I'll need from him is money. We don't have anything to split or anything like that, no home ownership, we have our own cars anyway. Update, 4 months later. So many people commented saying that he was cheating, and he was. The full story came out a couple of months after the separation. He had been making love with someone from work. I just found out that he is living with her. A while ago he asked me to forgive him and he asked if he could come home. I said no, he hurt me way too much to be able to come home. So now they live together. I'm having some sort of feelings about this, but I'm actually much happier. My house is so peaceful. I love that I live with just my kids. The freedom is unreal. Without him I can do what I want. There's no one to tell me to wash clothes, cook dinner, or expect lovemaking. I'm 100% sure he treats his girlfriend better than how he treated me. I even got myself a boyfriend. It's early days, but he treats me unbelievably well. I'm so hopeful for the future. Thanks for reading, and to those who gave me advice and told me he was cheating. You were right. I'm glad he's gone. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. So is your divorce finalized yet? Assuming separation and divorce are not being interchangeably used by you here. Ops response. No divorce yet, we are just separated. I'll divorce him when we're able to do a no-fault one after a couple of years. If he doesn't divorce me first, that is. I'm not bothered, to be honest, it's not something I'm gonna stress about right now. Commenter 2. I'm so glad you were able to keep your own place. What helped you get financially free? Ops response. We had separate finances anyway, through my own choice, as he's terrible with money. I get some benefits as I'm now a single mother, along with my pay raise. I'm doing pretty well financially. Commenter 3. How are your children taking this? Ops response. Now that he's coming to see them and bringing them to his house, they are much better. It was them that told me about the girlfriend. I didn't give much of a reaction to the news, just asked if they met her, which they didn't. Commenter 4. They aren't upset with their father? Ops response. They don't know he cheated. As far as they're aware, she's just a new girlfriend. I won't be telling them he cheated, although the truth always comes out eventually. When they're older, I'm sure they'll figure it out and I'll tell them the full story. Commenter 5. Did he seriously want to come home while still making love with her, or was he hoping for reconciliation? Ops response. I have no idea. He said he missed me and regretted everything. He only told me that he had made love with her several times, but that he wanted his family back. To be honest, I think he just wanted back to his easy life. It never would have worked. Commenter 6. Does his girlfriend know he was cheating on you with her? Ops response. She knows. Commenter 7. What did his family and your family say about his cheating and moving in with her? Ops response. His family were disgusted with the cheating. Like myself, they couldn't believe it. I'm really close to his mom, but we avoid talking about him, so I don't know what they think. It was my kids that told me he was living with her. My family will never forgive him. Commenter 8. Curious, how the ex reacted when he found out Op has moved on and is dating another man. Op's response. When he asked to come home, I said no. How dare you try to upset my peace like this, and mention I'd been on a few dates. He said I didn't expect you to move on so fast, but I don't judge you.